one of the more unusual pieces. This square, which is about the size of 2 large postage stamps, is the entire King James Bible. This is a Bible that was flown to the moon upon Apollo 14. There aren't many corporations that have more than 3 centuries of experience of doing pretty much the same thing. We've been in business since its founding in London in 1744. Sotheby started as a book auction house. It used to be traditionally that one auction house sold the books and the other auction house sold the paintings. The 19th century was when the art markets really started taking off. Napoleonic Wars brought things into the marketplace, and then the First World War saw the breakup of a lot of big European and British estates. At that point, we were all selling pretty much everything.
A lot of these things, they do have a quality that takes you right back to the time when they were created. I very much like the immediacy a rare book gives me. You know, you're not going to get that on your iPad.
This is an item that's quite fragile, but quite remarkable. It is the first newspaper printing of the Declaration of Independence. It's one thing to read Washington's words from Valley Forge, but when you actually hold a letter that he wrote while he was in Valley Forge, it makes you relate to the history and to the content in a different way. You guess you could buy a print of it, and for 99.9% of the people, that's fine. But for that glorious 1% or whatever who wants an original, then they're going to want it, no matter what. Probably the single biggest factor in determining the price of a book, it comes down to really condition and rarity. If you wanted to get a first edition of The Catcher in the Rye, well, the first printing of that book is maybe 5,000 copies. So in the last 50 years, how many of those have survived in good enough shape to be considered collectible?